Bada boom, we are back. It's your boy Began, here to do a little nightly rant talking about something AI. Last night I got my rant in, I don't know, pretty much at the very last minute, right before midnight. It's got to be done before midnight my time. And today I was going to read a paper, but I got to tell you the truth. The paper I want to read is too long, so we're going to read it tomorrow. I'm going to start a little bit earlier in the day. But I did want to talk about a concept that's been floating around in my head, essentially in the last couple days based off of some work I'm doing, which is the need for agent classification. We keep calling things agents, and what an agent is means so many different things right now that it's becoming very confusing. It's an overloaded term. Some people are calling something that calls ChatGPT in a loop an agent. Other people say it's got to actually have memory. You got to be trained on your own data set. You got to be able to make actions on your own. It should interact with websites on its own, whatever. So we're going to try and break down what we think we could do to start classifying these and figure it out. So the first couple questions I kind of said is, what powers does your agent have? Now, the powers is kind of an interesting way of, like, I don't know, when I say powers, this is like a higher level ability, because you could say it has the power of creating text. That's kind of generic, right? A power might be able to be like post viral content, responds to people in a funny manner, produce images that are relating to a trending topic, or, something that's like a specific ability, ability is kind of interesting. What services can your agent consume? So there's consume and there's like produce on. There's two different things here. For instance, it can read Twitter, right? Can it read Twitter? Can it read Discord? Can it read? Can it analyze YouTube videos or Twitter Spaces? And on the other end, what does it produce? Does it produce, it could produce text, audio, image, video plus audio, which, it's different, okay? Because remember, there's the silent picture generation, right? So right now, a lot of bots we see there on Twitter, they're mostly producing text. Some are producing images and producing videos. However, it's kind of interesting right now. Like, the text is typically right now, most people are just wrapping some other model, hitting an API like, ChatGPT or Claude. And then for images, pretty much the same thing. People are just wrapping, and you're gonna hit DALL-E, or you're gonna hit Midjourney, or you're gonna hit something like that. Video, you're gonna hit Luma or Runway. Like there's, they're all wrappers on stuff. There's not as much custom. I mean, you can, I could deploy my own custom image model and train on some of my own images and use that. But it's not quite as common right now. I think in the future, as it gets easier, people will do it more. It's really not that crazy. There are services out there. But yeah, so what service can your agent produce? I want to know. I need a quick term for this, right? Hey, we're text only. Oh, hey, we're fully, like, it's like maybe a way of describing it is there's text only, and then the final one is produce video. And I assume if you can produce video with sound, we need a name for that, right? I don't know what the name is, but it's like fully multimodal, like multimodal complete. I don't know what I'm saying. Some quick way of knowing, hey, it does this. Then on what it consumes, how can we know what it consumes? Because you don't want to always say, can it do Twitter? Can it do Discord? Can it do this? Can it do that? It's like, I just want to know, I want to know in a simpler way of what its powers are, right? Almost, it makes me kind of think there should be like a base set of online areas, it should be able to interact with. Twitter being one of the main ones. I feel like it might be Twitter, Twitch, what's it called? Discord. I guess Discord's not as public, but there's a good base. So we could say, hey, it covers the basic bot social base, which is Twitch, Twitter, and Discord. I don't know. That could change. That could evolve. Where do we really want these bots talking to us in general? If we're talking about talking in a public forum, that's also another interesting thing to think about. Is does it talk publicly or privately? And if it talks, privately, where? If private, where? Email? GPT tasks are just sending me emails. That's not that cool, guys. If private, where? Yeah, so I don't know really have the terms for that here. What actions can you take? I think that's a little more generic. Okay, does your agent say store memories? I said save memories. It feels weird to say. Save, it feels like it is implying one state. Storing is storing lots of states. Does your agent store memories, right? We need a term for, like, a mindless agent or memoryless agent. I don't see memoryless. It is describing what it is, but I need it to be memory. I don't know how to spell this, but I don't know. What's a better term that's like more, I don't know, themed or something. What is something that is memoryless, right? Is, an animal without a memory. Is that a thing? Something with poor memory. A goldfish agent, right? A goldfish. A goldfish, see, a goldfish agent isn't the world's worst slang. We'll see if that pops off. Okay, that might catch on here. Okay, we talked about what it can post. We talked about what we can generate. I think also lip syncing is something interesting to consider, different than other stuff. Okay, so then next is kind of like there's other parts. It's like identity of your agent. How built out is your agent's identity? So when we say does it have a personality, you can just wrap a bunch of stuff and give it no personality, right? That is one option. You can be personality-less, right? If you have a goldfish agent, there's a personality-less goldfish agent, or there's a personality plus memory agent that maybe would evolve over time and become a personality based off storing memories. So yeah, do you have a personality or not? And then how is that in personality parted on you? How do you have that personality? Right? Is it through, like prompts? Is it through pre-training? Is it through RAG? Or any of these things helping you have a personality in some way? RAG plus a vector DB filled with personality traits? Filled with personality. I don't know. So we might have to divide it up in a little bit different ways. It could be, hey, it's a prompt personality. It's a simple prompt personality. Just a simple prompt personality, or you could say, no, this is a fully RAG personality. No, this is a trained personality. That means it means more intense. I don't know the terms. Okay, does your agent have a visual identity? I think it's another interesting thing to consider, because right now we see bots that are posting online. They'll have an avatar, and if they're producing images, often they're making themselves in the image. If they're a video agent that's talking to you, or like, it's like a little news agent, you're seeing a lot of those pop up, then same thing. It should have some sort of visual identity. What is that visual identity? Like, where did the base come from? Like Midjourney, right? How are you making duplicates? How are you maintaining the style, right? Do you want it super consistent or not? Because I think that's another thing about this. I think in the future, like, think about Miku. You see a million variations of Miku for every hobby, every nationality, everything. There's a million variations of Miku. We don't care, but Miku has some core elements we care about. Someone might be like, wait, that's not Miku. Look, she's Brazilian now. It's Brazilian. No, that's Brazilian Miku. That's surfing Miku. That's skating Miku. That's blank Miku. Like, we are all okay. It's all under the Miku umbrella. And I think for like AI agents in the future, that's how personalized will be. We'll always see them as different characters and looking differently. They might change races. They might change a bunch of different stuff about them. But like, the consistency will be across like the character. Think about like, I don't know, cosplayers or something like that. So whatever, the consistency is going to be interesting in the future. Do you have a blockchain identity? This actually is something that's probably going to be pretty big, right? In the future, you're going to see, like, does it have contracts associated with it? Does it store some of its communication on chain to prove it's real from them? Does it have a meme coin associated with it? Knowing if it has one of these, this could be good or bad in the future for a connotation. Like, it is meme coin based. You're like, oh, it's got a meme coin. I don't want to touch it, right? And others could be like, oh, good. Let's explore it because I'll make money. Does your agent communicate with others? This is definitely something very important. Right now, you can have an agent that's just talking on Twitter, and so it could respond to another agent that way. But then if an agent DMs it, would it respond to that agent DMing it? Or if a human DM'd it, would it keep talking back? Does it have would it talk, like, if you put it in a Discord with some agents, right, what is it going to just only be purely reactive, or is it going to be proactive? Is it going to try and meet the other agents, talk to them? Is it reactive or proactive? Will it respond in various, I don't know, respond to various forms of communication? Yeah, so what that calls, like, more reactive versus proactive, maybe it being both, how reactive or proactive it is. I don't know what we can categorize these terms are, but we gotta think of some catchy names for it. Okay. All right, so then I kind of had, I don't know why, but this is just the way in my mind I was thinking about this. I got some agent interview questions. I'm actually talking to an agent, because I think in the future, when we're learning about agents, it is going to be a thing of like, hello, agent, let's learn little things about you. I want to learn, what kind of agent are you? What do you produce? I produce text. I produce images. I produce video. No, I produce videos that are news updating on a particular topic right here. Where do you can post? Where do you can post? Where can you post it? Oh, I have the ability to post on Twitter. I have the ability to post on Discord. I can also post on Reddit. Cool. Do you evolve? Great. How do you evolve? Oh, excellent. I actually am using a vector database to store a bunch of memories with a couple different things. How people interact with me. So when they interact with me again, I know something about a previous interaction that can color the way I talk back to them, as well as over time. Actually, I learn things, and when someone asks me a question, we go back and forth, we introspect, I identify it as this is a new piece of knowledge that because someone talked me through it, I'm going to save that in my database, and then in the future, I've actually evolved in some ways. How do you talk to? How do you talk? What did I write here? Okay. How do you talk to others is really what we're saying here. And there's two categories here. How do you talk to humans? How do you talk to agents? So if you are an agent that does have some human in the middle, what does that interaction look like? Is it a thing where you're putting out it's like a form you're filling out? You're like saying, hey, I'm paused and waiting for human input. Is it something where you enter into some sort of actual talking back and forth with the human, and like it hits this point where saying, hey, I need to talk to a human, and you say, great, let's schedule one. I'm the human that controls the agent. We literally talk back and forth with voice. I don't know what they're even trying to figure out. That could be a way. I could see that in the future being a lot more efficient way. If you're like, okay, I got agent problems. I got 12 agents that got problems, okay? They all have issues. They're having a bug. Luckily, we have a system that schedules a meeting with me. We have a voice thing happen. It describes what the problem is. I talk back. We go back and forth. We figure out a solution. Boom. See you later, agent. I don't know. That could be a future. It's going to be, managers with all of their agent HR meetings. It's going to be painful. How do they interact with other agents? Obviously, is something that's going to be important in the future. And then those interactions, how do we monitor them? How loose are they off the chain? Are they able to go crazy? Also, who owns the other agents, and what are they doing on their side? How are they associated? These things are important. I don't know what that will be categorized called, but there should be some term for that. So I really don't have. These are the categories. I don't know what the names are and how they'll be grouped and how they'll be sorted. I mean, Goldfish Agent is the only hot thing I think we kind of came up with. I like that. It's a Goldfish Agent, no memory, right? And then okay, cool. It's a custom. It's pure prompt personality. It's a pure prompt personality. It's a Goldfish Agent, pure prompt personality. It's not storing anything in memory, and then I don't know, the base social powers, which is what I was saying, Twitter, Twitch, Discord. I don't know. We're on something, okay? Watch. Give me one more year. You're going to see everyone's going to have so many slang terms for all the agents. We're going to have pioneers figuring some of these things out, okay? Goldfish is going to stick. We've got one. Now we got to market it and push it in the ground. But that's pretty much it for today. Tomorrow I'm going to try and read this paper. Let's see. Titan AI. I'm just going to search Titan AI. Paper. Arvix. Transformers 2. There it is. Learning to memorize at test time. So this is what I'm going to try and do tomorrow. Should be fun. A little bit of a longer one. So I'm going to start recording a little bit earlier in the day. What is it? 26 pages. And there's just a little bit of math that... Oh, no, don't worry. Never mind. It's really short, actually. It's nothing but references. It's 7 pages of references and math that I will not be able to understand. But we'll figure it out. Thank you, everyone. If you have any questions, just hit me up in the comments. Follow, like. I'm going to do one of these every single day. We're going to keep watching this AI agent revolution happen. We're going to keep making predictions. We're going to keep reading papers. I don't know what the hell's happening, but every day I'm here trying to figure it out with you. See ya tomorrow.